Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now the House of Representatives is real upset because President Obama has been doing a few executive orders lately. Republicans, of course, they're screaming that he's a dictator and a tyrant. So now we have a situation at the border with, it's a difficult situation. Thousands of unaccompanied minors from countries like Guatemala and Honduras are coming across the border. And these kids and their families have been fed a lie. The smugglers have been telling them that they will be allowed to stay here. The fact is, most will not. But Republicans in Congress are now saying that, first of all, naturally they're saying that it's all Obama's fault. But also that he should break the law and order these kids to be immediately deported. The law was passed, there are two laws to cover it. One was passed in the early 2000s by a Republican-controlled Congress and signed by George Bush, and the second one, which has to do with trafficking of children, was passed by a Democrat-controlled Congress, but signed into law by President Bush. And it wasn't considered a controversial law back then. Both Democrats and Republicans voted for it overwhelmingly. So now they're insisting that Obama should break the law and order these kids to be immediately deported, which the law says that they have to have a hearing. The law says that, it's got all kinds of provisions in it to try to take care of these unaccompanied minors, make sure they're not being trafficked, and give them their full rights. Now, Obama has asked for about $3 billion in funds to, A, take care of the children, but also to expedite hearings so that these children can be returned as soon as possible to their countries of origin. And this is probably the only way to counter the false claims of the child smugglers, is when people start seeing these children being sent back. So we need to take care of that as quickly as possible so that those who are supposed to go back can be sent back, and those who aren't, well, they'll have their hearings and they'll get to start their new lives here. So it's easy to just blame President Obama for what's going on. It's easy to call for these kids to be deported immediately because your orders don't get carried out. But Congress needs to step up to the plate. Matter of fact, a lot of this could have been headed off if Congress had passed comprehensive immigration reform. But since it wasn't, now we have this situation, and if Congress wants to change the law, they can change the law. But this is not a problem of border security. These kids aren't sneaking into the country. They're coming into the country and then turning themselves in to the immigration office. So it has nothing to do with how many guards we have at the border. And the most common place that they're coming across is in this community where there's a river. And the people in the community have to be able to get to the river, so you can't fence it off. So, like I said, it's not a problem of security. It's simply a problem of dealing with the situation as it is. As a matter of fact, this is, like I said, it's not a problem of security. This is actually a capitalism problem. The coyotes are trying to drum up business using fake claims. And that's something they picked up from American corporations. Thanks for listening.